Hello everyone, welcome to an all-new episode of SabhFIT. I'm your host Sabah Kadri. I'm a scientist and a certified fitness trainer. This podcast is aimed at making the science behind your questions understandable and easy so you can apply it to your daily lives. I have a YouTube channel that has helped thousands of people lose weight, get healthier, and make workouts a part of their daily lives through super fun Indian music, dance, and workout programs. Today's episode is a follow-up on our junk food episode, and today we're going to be talking about healthy snack ideas. Today's episode is a follow-up on our episode 4 of the series where we talked about how can we control our junk food cravings. If you haven't listened to that episode, I strongly recommend that you go and listen to it. But you could also listen to this episode completely independently. Because today we're going to be talking about, if we're going to control our junk food cravings, what do we eat when we get those cravings for snacks? What are those different healthy options that we can have? So keep listening to learn more. So today we're going to talk about some different options that you can have in your house, very easy actually to keep them around when you get those 4 p.m. cravings and you go for that bag of potato chips. Instead of that, what can we do? Before I go into those options, I'm going to start by telling you that first thing that you need to start doing is be more conscious when you're doing your grocery shopping. When you're going in for the shop, maybe stay away from things that you have a weak spot for. If you don't have the options in your house, chances are that you won't go for that bag of potato chips. That's what I'm using as an example here. But it could be anything else as well. So let's start with some very easy ideas for healthy snacks. Number 1, mixed nuts. Now, mixed nuts are a perfect balance of healthy fats, proteins, as well as fiber. Different nuts have different proportion of fat in it, so you want to be a little bit more conscious. Typically, I shop at Costco. I live in the US, and I usually get a box of their unsalted mixed nuts. So that's another thing. If you're going in for the mixed nuts, make sure that you're not going for the salted variety. Go for the unsalted one. But you could also go for any other brand or any other shop that you could be, depending on the country from where you are listening to me. I would just say if you're going in for an option where you're like, I don't want to do mixed nuts. What if I just wanted one? I would suggest almonds are a great option in that particular case. The only thing to keep in mind there is that nuts can be high in calories. So just because you're having nuts and they're a good option doesn't mean that you have a full bag full. Typically keep it under quarter cup, which would be about an ounce if that's a metric system that you're using. Number 2, and this is the easy one and my go-to at my 4 p.m. Snack cravings is fruit. Fruits have sugar, but they also have vitamins and antioxidants and water and other nutrients as well. So they make an amazing healthy snack. You can be a little bit more creative in the way that you're using your fruit. Maybe you want to use mixed fruits. Maybe you want to put just a little bit of chaat masala on it, but not too much of that for sure. Fruits also contain fiber, which I don't need to tell you is a very healthy thing to have in your body. What this also does is that it slows down and balances out the effect of your blood sugar, and that can really help prevent that sugar crash that you can have when you have a lot of sweet foods. If you are craving something sweet, the fruits that you could go for could be a watermelon or berries. Berries specifically are very high in antioxidants. If you want to be a little bit more creative with the way that you're using fruit, you could pair your fruit with something like nuts or yogurt. So an example could be berries with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is very high in protein. Berries, like I told you, are high in antioxidants as well. Another option could be like apple slices and peanut butter. Personally, I'm not a big fan of peanut butter, but peanut butter has a lot of good nutritious value there as well. Peanuts have healthy fats, they are a plant-based protein, and they have fiber as well. So it can be pretty filling. Again, be careful about the amount that you're having. Look at the bottle that you're buying and try to avoid one that has added sugars in it. Another option can be cheese and fruit or cheese and crackers. This is one of my favorite ones, although I don't have it every single day. And also, cheese can be, it gives you great protein and calcium, but it can also be high in fat. So you want to be limited in how much you're eating. Also, the amount of nutrients can differ depending on the type of cheese that you're eating. So definitely look at that nutrients label. When you're going in for crackers, multigrain crackers are a good way to go. Again, you can look at the nutrition value on the packaging that you have. So if not for cheese and crackers, you could also look at vegetables and a dip. So carrot with a side of one of your favorite salad dressings, for example, would be great. Or you could look at pear slices with ricotta cheese as well. Again, like I said, be conscious about how much cheese you're consuming through this. Another amazing healthy snack option is actually vegetables with a little bit of something. And let's go deeper into that because I'm going to give you a lot of options right now. A great option is red bell pepper with guacamole. All bell peppers are very nutritious, but red bell peppers specifically are high in antioxidants. So going in with that along with guacamole, which is a rich source of many nutrients and minerals as well, is a great option. You could go with one large bell pepper with 1/4 cup, about 60 grams or so of guacamole, and that can really give you a nutritious snack and keeps your calorie count under 200 calories as well. Another great option is cucumbers and hummus. I mean, cucumbers by itself are a great snack. I tend to go for those all the time. I like a little bit of salt, red chili powder, and lemon juice on it. And just by itself, I can eat a bowl full of cucumber. But if you're looking for something where you're not adding extra salt to your diet, cucumber and hummus is great. Cucumbers are really fresh, they have that crunchiness, and hummus can have that really nice creamy quality, so it complements each other really well. Hummus is typically made of chickpeas and tahini, olive oil and garlic. You can either use a store-bought variety. Many people like to make their own hummus. I am typically the person who'll go and get hummus from the store, and I like some roasted red peppers in them as well. But hummus does provide a great mix of plant-based protein, fiber, as well as fats that are really healthy as well. So in terms of quantity, I would say about 1 cup of sliced cucumbers, which are dipped in about 2 tablespoons or so. 2 tablespoons is about 34 grams of hummus. That can keep your calorie count under 100 calories. Another great example of healthy vegetables is steamed edamame. So if edamame is something that's available in the country where you live or in your grocery stores, steaming them, they're just so good. You can just sprinkle them with a little bit of salt there, or you can always add a little bit of lemon pepper, or if you like a little bit of that kick, a little bit of chili flakes maybe. Some people like it with chili oil, but I would say avoid the oil part of that. So steamed edamame, but in its form, just steamed, is the healthiest option right there. 1 cup of edamame provides about 18 grams or so of protein and 14 grams of carbs, 8 grams of which is coming from fiber. So it's an extremely healthy snack. Another of one of my favorite snacks is olives. I love olives. So olives is one of those things that I developed a taste for. I did not grow up eating olives, and when I first moved to the US, I saw people eating olives a lot, and I tried it and I really hated it. I just did not like that taste. And for some weird reason, out of nowhere, one fine day, I had an olive and I decided that was one of the tastiest things I'd eaten. I don't know what happened, but my taste just really evolved, and I love olives. But enough about me. Olives make a great snack. They are very high in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats as well, and they provide really good antioxidants as well. So olives are a great snack. A big thumbs up for that one. Next one, avocados. So for a while there, I used to have one of the smaller avocados as my 4 p.m. snack for a long time as well. You want to be careful of the size of your avocado. If it's big, I would say half an avocado is the right quantity there for you, but you should base that on what is available to you. Avocados are definitely extremely nutritious. They are high in good fats, and they are high in fiber content as well. So they're really good. Half an avocado, sprinkle it a little bit, or like a dash of cayenne pepper, red chili powders, a little bit of lemon juice, and a little bit of salt. So good. Okay, my mouth is watering as I'm talking about this episode, so I'm just realizing maybe I should have had some food around while I was recording this one. Next one is crisping up your vegetables. This is one of my favorite things to do, actually, not only as a healthy snack. Sometimes I also make my appetizers in this way, where I take my favorite vegetables, throw it in a cast iron pan with a little bit of avocado spray oil and some of the spices that I like, and I'll stick it in the oven. I have a bunch of options actually on my Instagram reels as well for options that you could do with these things. But some of the things that I can suggest to you here would be like a kale chips. Kale is extremely healthy. If you're not someone who loves to eat kale in a salad, for example, you can just toss it with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper and stick it in the oven and just crisp it up and make that a really healthy snack. So instead of going for a potato chip, you're going for a kale chip. Another thing I love to do is just also make roasted cauliflower. So I have a recipe that I will link in the description below that is on my Instagram as well as on my YouTube. It is something that I love to make. This is something I make as an appetizer all the time, even with my meals. Sometimes I will also make these roasted cauliflower bites and then toss them up with a little bit of spinach and some salad dressing and make a really nice salad out of it as well. I'll put some options in the link below because I use cauliflower quite a bit, so I have some content that I've already created in the past on this one. Another one that you could do is sweet potato. You could, if you're craving fries, I would say don't go for fries. Take some sweet potato, chop them up, toss them up with a little bit of salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of smoked paprika, avocado oil spray, or some just basic vegetable oil. Stick it in the oven, bake it instead of frying it. So that's one of the key things here, right? You're baking it, you're using less oil as well. And sweet potato, definitely more preferable over normal potatoes. Another option is roasted chickpeas. Now, if you don't want to make that at home, you can always buy that from outside as well. But definitely look at the nutrition label and make sure it's not fried. Another amazing option for snacks is actually dark chocolate and almonds. Dark chocolate is again great, as with most things I've been telling you, high in antioxidants as well. Almonds are a rich source of healthy fats as well. Pairing the two is great. Again, be very conscious of the quantity that you're eating. If you are going to go for a piece of chocolate, I would say go for a piece of dark chocolate over milk chocolate. And again, stop at one piece. Don't go for multiple pieces. So portion control will really take you a long way. Well, the last one that we're going to go with is popcorn. And who doesn't like a great bowl of popcorn, right? Be conscious about the quantity. Look at the calories on the packet as well. Do not put any butter in it, and try to go with something that's not very high in sodium or in added salts as well. But that makes an amazing snack that way. All right, everyone, that brings me to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed these healthy snack ideas. I'm going to give you some links in the description below of things that you could do. But you know what? Leave me in the comments below. What are your favorite healthy snacks? Are there things that you use that maybe I missed that you would like to share with other listeners of this particular podcast series as well? But before we end the episode, we are to our tip of the week. And the tip of the week today is be more intentional in what you put into your bodies. What you put into your bodies is not just about what you're going to log in an app. Being more conscious about the nutrition content of our food, being more conscious of our portions and the amount of calories that we're consuming, and what is the distribution approximately of those calories, over time can really start programming our brain to make healthier choices. Because if you know what you're putting into your body, maybe you might put it right now, but you're going to remember, and you're going to maybe not take a smaller piece of something or a less portion of something the next time. And over time, this really is going to program you to make better choices when it comes to your food. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in online fitness coaching with me, please contact me in the email address that is listed below, or you can also check out my SabhFIT programs. The link is in the description. I will see you very soon for the next episode, and until then, remember, you got this.